Blue Nose Audio presents Destiny, written by Carly Phillips, narrated by Pippa Jayne and Eric Michael Summerer.
Chapter 1. Nash Barron might be cynical about life and more recently about love, but he usually enjoyed a good wedding. Today's affair had been an exception. The invitation had requested the presence of close friends and family. Nash wondered if he was the only one in the group to notice the irony. The groom's two brothers, Nash included, were a step short of estranged, and they'd only known the flower girl, their newly discovered half-sister Tess, for 6 weeks. The bride's father was in jail, which left her flamboyant decorator friend to give her away. Her mother spent the afternoon downing wine and bemoaning the loss of her beloved home, which just so happened to be the site of the wedding. The landmark house on the hill in their hometown of Serendipity, New York, was now owned by the groom, Nash's brother, Ethan. Come to think of it, the irony of the situation might be the only thing Nash had enjoyed about this day. That and Kelly Moss, the woman sipping champagne across the lush green grass of the backyard. Tess was Nash's half-sister, a product of his father and Tess's mother's affair. Kelly, Tess's half-sister on her mother's side, was a sexy woman who by turns frustrated him, intrigued him, and turned him on. Complicated, yet simple enough to be summed up in one sentence. Kelly Moss was a beautiful woman, and they were in no way blood-related. That didn't make his desire for her any more acceptable. A simple, acquaintance-like relationship seemed the safest route. Yet Nash had been unable to find comfortable ground with either Kelly or Tess in the time they'd been in Serendipity. Nash had no idea why he couldn't connect with his 14-year-old sister, who seemed determined to freeze him out. As for Kelly, Nash first blamed his frustration with her on the fact that she'd unceremoniously dumped Tess, a sister the Barron brothers knew nothing about, on Ethan's doorstep back in August. She demanded he parent the out-of-control teen. Nash hated to give Ethan credit for anything, but he had to admit his older brother had turned the wildly rebellious kid around in a short time. But Nash still had issues with Kelly's methods. So when she'd resurfaced and moved to town, he'd been both understandably wary and shockingly attracted. And she'd been getting under his skin ever since. Nash turned away, and his gaze fell on Ethan, his brother whose luck seemed to have done a 180 since he'd abandoned his siblings 10 years ago. He had chosen the perfect day for a wedding.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?